Hi, folks. This is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, I've thought a lot lately about what our emphasis for our area has been on because of the great resource that we have. And that resource is the St. Lawrence River. And then, of course, all the other tributaries, and how people from all over the country will probably be looking to come up here and try their luck for those mighty smallmouth. But there's another, I think, great part of this resource that we may not be looking at enough, and that is using this resource to help those in need. And now what am I talking about? So much of our youth is really going through some serious situations. We know that there's drug problems, and there's just all kinds of things that come from a quickly changing world and from the backlash of COVID. But if we could do more, like what we've talked about before, in introducing kids to fishing, and that could be just taking kids out ourselves, or maybe getting families to have an opportunity to go out and take their kids fishing. And it's not just for the kids, it's also for the family itself. But again, so much lately you see on the news of these different ways that we can try to reach out to our youth, to try to help them through this developmental age that may be very much different than it was when we were younger. And I think fishing is one of the greatest things that we can do. You know, we planned on having fishing schools. We're going to have more tournaments for just kids, to get kids involved in fishing. But it doesn't have to be formal. It doesn't have to be something that's in a very structured social setting. It can be just families going out and taking their kids fishing. And I really believe in this so strongly, and I think that we should start putting more attention to this very issue. We're still going to have tournaments. We're still going to try to bring more families to the area. And the backlash to that is multifunctional. Number one, it's economic. But also, it could have a great impact if more and more families come here in getting kids out in the outdoors. So it's something I'd like you to think about as we go forward. Any ways that we have to do more for kids, to just get them out there. And you know, fishing is the most general. It appeals to almost everybody. So that's a general way to get this whole thing started. And I really want you to give it more thought. And I got to promise you one thing. I'm going to do everything I can as the years go on to try to get more of our kids, our local kids, involved. Maybe not involved in fishing clubs or fishing tournaments, but just get them involved in going out and wetting a line and seeing how much fun, not only how much fun it can be to go fishing, but how much they can learn about themselves. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.